write songs about movies, and this week, we've written songs about 1960s Psycho. Like, comment, subscribe, and the only friend a boy needs is that bell icon. This is the Royds Review Podcast. Hello, and welcome to the Royds Review Podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Andy.
And we are back once again, and we've written songs about 1960s Psycho. Andy, Biko.
Yep. Yes.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Have you ever seen Psycho before?
I had, yes. I had, and it's good. I like it.
Very, very good analysis, Andy.
Yeah, I think we could wrap this one up. Robbie, what about you? Have you seen Psycho before? Psycho, rather.
You know what? I thought I was pronouncing it wrong. Laura kept calling it Psycho. I said, there's a P and a CH. You're a fool. Turns out, we're the smart ones, Andy. Go figure.
Well, we are men.
No, I had never seen this before. I also didn't know there was a remake starring Vince Vaughn and Anne Heche.
Yeah, I believe that is a shot-for-shot script, like same script and everything remake, which is like, what's the point?
Especially when it's a great movie like this.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, this is good.
This is very good.
I can see how, in 1960, this would absolutely terrify people.
Oh, if I saw this in 1960, I wouldn't sleep for weeks.
Yeah, I would have found Jesus.
He was under my bed.
He's been here the whole time.
Yeah, won't you know, Jesus is always with us, Andy.
Yeah, and he was under Rob's bed. Interesting.
Of course, this is the first Alfred Hitchcock movie we are doing for the podcast. I think this is also the first Hitchcock movie I've seen.
Really? You never saw The Birds?
Never seen it. I've seen you.
I'm not a bird. I'm a dinosaur.
Which are just birds.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, some are reptiles.
Yeah.
And some are in Congress.
Robbie will say anything.
I'm crazy.
You never saw the other big one? Was it Vertigo?
I've never seen Vertigo. I've never seen North by Northwest.
I've
never seen
window,
Marnie. What?
Rear view window? Having a stroke. Something like that? I don't know. Listen, he does good work, all right? He does good work.
I would say he does, based on my experience with Psycho. Starring Anthony Perkins and Janet Leigh. The movie opens in Phoenix, Arizona on December 11th at 2:43 p.m. We are very specific about what time that Sam and I forgot her name. What's her name in the movie? Marion. Yep. It is very specific that at 2:43 m, okay. At 2:43 p.m., Sam and Marion are getting it on.
Bumping uglies, brother.
We want you to know.
Footprints on the ceiling, brother.
Oh, boy. We want you to know that they are having some afternoon delight.
Yeah. Now, I'm assuming that was her lunch break. She was like, let me get some sniz on my lunch break.
Maybe. I have no idea.
She goes right back to work. Yeah. She goes right back to work. Hell yeah. They
rented out a hotel room for this 1 hour, I guess. Pretty seedy.
Yeah, it brings a question to mind.
Questions.
Are they having an affair?
That's the gist I was getting at the beginning. I think Sam is just getting out of a relationship, but I don't think Marion is in a relationship.
Okay. Because, like, renting a hotel, that's affair type stuff.
Unless neither of them live in the city and they both just work around there, so it's easier to do. And again, I'm assuming this is an hourly rate hotel.
Yeah, and he does mention that where he lives is not great. He's like, I don't like where I live. I'm poor because I gotta pay my ex-wife alimony and all this stuff. So
is this 1960 or 2026?
Oh, this was like straight up porn back then, right? This is 1960.
I was very surprised to just see two people in their underwear to open up this movie.
Yeah, and they're smooching. They're smooching hard.
What's crazy is, because I've never seen this, I thought we were opening up at the Bates Motel, but we're at just some other hotel.
Yeah.
Marion is trying to call it off. He does his best to change her mind, and then she's like, okay, let's get married. And he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, he's like, well, why don't we find a middle ground between what you want and what I want? You know?
It's just very odd to immediately jump from, I'm calling this off, to, okay, let's get married.
Yeah. I guess she either wants it all or wants none of it.
She has a really great line when she says, you make respectability sound disrespectful. I really like in these older movies, you get these little lines like that almost feel like something people would have said in real life.
Yeah, I think for the most part, the dialogue in this is, as far as 1960 goes, like pretty realistic and flows pretty, like it's not like everybody's delivering their line like this because that's how you're supposed to act back then. It'd be just fast talking. What was that accent called? What do they call it?
Oh, North Atlantic? No, Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah. Like everybody threw that thing on, but everybody here talks normally and has a normal cadence, and it immerses you. There you go. I'm in this world, right? Because it's believable.
I think there are times Sam talks that way, but he's the only character.
Yeah, and he's like really only in the beginning and the end.
Right, but there are times when this guy Sam's talking, and he's not even looking at who he's talking to.
Yeah.
Marion goes to work. Her coworker talks about taking tranquilizers?
Yeah, she's like, oh, you got a headache? Why don't you take some tranquilizers?
It is the 60s.
It's the 60s, baby. Let's get wrecked at work.
Not as many cigarettes as I thought there would be.
Oh.
Marion's sister also calls and leaves a message for her, and I just took that little note. I was like, I feel like she's gonna come into play later.
Smart. Good thinking.
We meet this guy, Tom. He's trying to buy a house with $40,000 in cash. Marion's boss, Mr. Lowry, is uncomfortable with all that cash in his place of business. I would be too.
Yeah, and this guy is like, he's already like blitted, right? He's off his rocker, brother.
Well, he comes in and his first thing is to start hitting on Marion. And Marion's coworker is even like, oh, he was flirting with you. But it's like, why would Marion be interested in that weird old man?
Yeah. Well, the coworker says he was flirting with you. I guess he didn't notice. I guess he noticed my wedding ring. Like that's the thing she says, which is like, I guess what am I, chopped liver? You know.
But it's also like giving yourself a little too much credit there, honey.
Yeah, like I mean, we were talking because I watched this with my wife, and she was saying like that, like Marion she has a timeless beauty. I was like, yeah. She kind of gave me grandma vibes. I think it's the hair and the black and white of it all. You know.
I definitely agree with the grandma vibes and the hair. This is, of course, Janet Leigh. This is Jamie Lee Curtis's mother.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I know I read something about she never took a shower after filming this movie. She only took baths because she was like scarred.
Understandable. Marion looked at her coworker and said, how's all that copium? Mr. Lowry gives Marion the money to put in the bank. And instead she's like, what if I steal it?
Yeah. And she was talking about all of her money woes in the beginning, so it's like, okay, all right. I mean, don't do that. Seems like it's way easier to get away with it in 1960, though.
Yes, 100%. It was easier to get away with any crime in 1960.
That's true. Also, I used an inflation calculator for $40,000. Right now, that would be $446,000.
She's driving the wrong direction. She should be heading straight down to Mexico with all that money.
Yeah. Or Canada.
Why drive that much farther? You're in Arizona.
Oh, that's right. They're in Arizona. Okay. Right. You're right.
I really like the IA you're putting at the end of everything.
Yeah, I'm a classy fella. If she goes to Mexico, she'd probably get a better chance of getting more tranquilizers.
That's possible, but Marion wasn't the one with the tranquilizers. It was her coworker.
You're right.
I like that she tells her boss that she just has a headache, so she's got to go. And her boss is very understanding for a 1960s boss. He's like, oh yeah, feel better. It's like, oh, now I feel bad for this guy.
Yeah, and I think she does too, because she's worked for him for 10 years, and he's clearly a very nice guy.
I know. That's a cool thing that he's a nice guy, because in so many of these movies, the boss is a jerk. But in this, the boss isn't a jerk. He's a good guy. And it's like, oh, okay, you have a headache? Yeah, no problem. Go home and take care of yourself. Yeah, steal $40,000 from me. Really cool. Thanks.
Yeah, and like, I like what they do a little later. Like, they do it several times where she hears what she assumes is happening while she's not there. And you hear her, and it's essentially her guilt, like, manifested into audio. You know, like, and he even says, like, oh, she worked for me for 10 years. Like, she wouldn't do something like that. It's like, ooh, she would, though.
He's still giving her the benefit of the doubt long after she deserves the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
As she's driving around, she's seen by her boss at, like, a stoplight.
Right away, the score kicks in. Right there.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, that's intense. And, like, anxious. It's very good. This is a good movie.
The music in this movie is incredible.
Yeah. Now, the scene before this, we are on the verge of just watching her pack her suitcase in real time. We're on the verge of that. I know we've talked about this on many of the older movies we do, where I say we're just watching somebody do a menial task in real time, and it sucks, but it is, like, throughout, it's interspersed her looking at the money. And I think that's good because she's not 100% sure that she's gonna do this, which is cool. So it kind of saves it.
I think it does save it because there's a purpose to watching her pack her suitcase. Because, like you said, she's looking back at the money. She doesn't want to steal the money, but she feels like she has no choice. So this is a good characterization. If she wasn't looking back at the money this whole time, it'd be like, I don't need to see her pack her suitcase. But
Right.
the fact that she looks back at the money and is like, do I want to do this? I'm like, this is pretty tense. Because I had never seen this, when she was driving and she's hearing everyone talking, like assuming what the conversations are, my first thought was, is she the psycho?
What a twist.
Would be. Marion sleeps on the side of the road in her car. A cop wakes her up, and she does not play it cool with this cop.
Mighty suspicious.
Lady, you gotta take a few deep breaths to be better than this.
Yeah. Also, he's like, let me get your papers, like your pink slip or whatever it is. And she turns her back
Your
to
pink
the cop.
slip?
Yeah, it's like that was your paper, like your registration and license back then was like your pink slip or whatever. Like, who owns
A pink
this
slip?
vehicle?
I think a pink slip is when you get fired.
No, because when she buys the new car, the guy asks for a pink slip or whatever.
Continue.
Email in. What's a pink slip? What's going on with that? But yeah, she turns her back and, like, takes the money out of her purse so he's not seeing that. But, like, you can't do, like, now, especially now. A cop will just kill you. They'll blast you.
Oh, yeah. Marion drives to Bakersfield, and the cop follows her all the way there.
Yeah.
She drives to a used car lot, and while she's talking to the salesman, she notices the cop has pulled up behind her and is just watching them, and she forces this guy to sell her a car.
Yeah, now, my confusion is, I understand trading in your car for a new car because people know you drive that car, but this cop is watching you purchase this new car, so he knows this is your new car. I just didn't really understand the thought behind that.
Unless your plan is to get rid of the cop, like, he's following you.
Right. Also, your girl is stacked. This is before they say it's $40,000. So I was like, how much money does she actually have? And she pulls out the $700, and there's, like, just fat stacks. And I have in my notes, she must have at least $800 in there.
Very good. Marion drives through the rain to the Bates Motel. During her drive, this is where we hear conversations between the cop and the car salesman. We hear conversation between her boss, her coworker, and Sam. No, not Sam, the dude who brought the money. She gets led into the motel by a man, Norman Bates. He gives her a room, shows her around, and then invites her to have dinner with him. Sandwiches and milk.
That's 1960, baby. When does this... When are you like, this is weird, I should get out of here, if you're in her shoes?
The minute he says sandwiches and milk.
Really?
Yeah. And then it's reinforced in the very next scene when we hear Norman being yelled at by his mother.
Mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mother is basically telling Norman that this floozy is not allowed in her house.
Yeah. So that, I think that the conversation with mommy I'd be like, maybe I should just call it a night. I think mine would be once they get into the taxidermy room, and he's like, "I like taxidermy." I was like, "Okay, it's fine to have a weird hobby, sure." But then he's like, "A boy's best friend is his mother." Right at that moment, I'd be like, "Man, it's getting late. I gotta go to bed. I'm going to bed. Actually, I'm gonna take my chances on the road. I think."
You know, you say that now, but that was your yearbook quote.
That's true. I stand by it, Robbie.
Yeah, I know. Norman brings Marion her sandwich and milk, and this is where he talks about his hobby, taxidermy, mostly birds. This dude starts saying some wild shit. Elriz. Then he goes into his mommy issues, and it's like, dude, come on!
Yeah.
As a man, I'm watching this going, oh, he's blowing it.
Yeah. Well, the thing, like, he's a handsome fella.
Right.
Like, I was watching it with my wife, and my wife was like, damn, Norman Bates looking pretty good. But, like, and he's nice enough. Like, especially at first, he's very cordial and inviting. And doesn't seem like there's really anything wrong with him until you hear mommy. And you're like, oh. I really like how, as they're talking, as the conversation continues in the taxidermy room, like, the camera angles change. And it gets closer to Marion. And it pulls out with Norman. And the owl is, like, prominent. And I'm thinking, like, oh, that's a bird of prey. I wonder if that's, like, little Hitchcock, he's doing a cool guy thing. That's pretty cool.
I thought it was because they have good eyes and they're always watching.
That's
and then he has that little peephole like you have.
Every room, brother. Every room.
At one point, Marion says, "Why don't you go away?" And I thought she meant from her.
Why don't you leave me alone?
Norman talks about his mommy issues. His mom went nuts and killed both her and her boyfriend. This is after her husband died. We learn later that is not the truth. Marion suggests putting the mother someplace, and this dude loses it.
Yeah, that's right away. You're like, oh boy. Oh. He's like, what, put her away? Like in a madhouse? Do you have anything to do with that place? I was like, yo, brother, you're foaming. Relax.
And like, I can understand wanting to be supportive and wanting to defend your mother. I kind of understand that. But you know what my final straw really would have been? When she says thank you, and he goes, thank you, Norman.
Yeah, that's a strange thing to say.
I'd be like, okay, Andrew Tate, I'm out. Norman reads the ledger. He sees that Marion signed in with a fake name. He then watches her through a peephole. She gets in the shower, and she is not using any soap.
That's the 60s, brother.
I noticed she wasn't using soap because on a recent episode, you called out someone brushing their teeth without toothpaste.
That's true.
So I noticed here, I'm like, there's no soap in her head. She's just rubbing water on herself.
Yeah, that's strange. I didn't even notice that. I was too busy looking for boobies, brother.
Yeah, so was I. I was like,
yeah, I want to see those pointy 60s boobies.
You know that was the bras, right?
What?
You know, since the 60s, women evolved to have round breasts.
Interesting.
Yeah, they used to be triangles.
Yeah. Pure little pyramids.
A few dodecahedrons.
Ooh, angles.
We get the iconic shower stabbing scene. Marion is stabbed and killed in the shower. We get a glimpse. It looks like the mother did it. It is so creepy. The view you get of the face, because it's almost totally blacked out with just eyes.
Yeah, it's like
horrifying.
Truly. And like, even as I watched it as a grown man in 2026, I was like, ooh, that's spooky. Also, before she dies, I don't know if you noticed this, she has to do the math on paper. She does 40,000 minus 700. You can't, that's not mental math for you. I'm sorry. Marion, you got come on. Well, you could really see how this, especially this scene, would absolutely petrify audiences in 1960.
Yes. 100%. The face terrified me now, so...
Yeah. Also, honestly, really smart to kill her in the shower. Like, cuts your cleanup in half.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Norman sees blood on his mother. He runs back and finds Marion's body. He cleans up the mess. He puts her body and stuff into the car and pushes it into the lake. It's awesome when the car stops submerging for a second and he gets nervous and then it continues and he's like, nice.
Yeah, he has this actor is very good. What's his name?
Anthony Perkins.
Anthony Perkins. He's got a regular guy smile, and then he's got like a creep guy smile. And they're very different.
Yep.
It's very, very good how he does that. But also, I think it's pretty wild that this movie kills the main character halfway through. Just keeps
Awesome.
going. Yeah, it's very cool.
Marion's sister, Lila, goes and sees Sam. Nobody can find Marion. A PI shows up. He's been hired to find Marion because she stole the $40,000. They don't want her to go to jail. This is how nice the boss is they're not even trying to send Marion to prison or have her arrested. They just want the money back.
Right.
That's why the law is not involved yet.
Right. And I like how when she comes in, Sam is like, hey, man, why don't you go out and get some lunch? And he's like, no, thanks, boss. He's like, no, dude, get out of here.
Here you go get yourself lunch. He goes, I brought my own. He goes, then go eat it.
Yeah, this guy doesn't get a clue at all.
The PI checks every hotel in town, finally arriving at Bates Motel. He talks to Norman. Norman eventually slips up and contradicts his story. Another guy who does not play it cool.
No. Well, I don't know. If he just said like, oh yeah, she was here, but she left in the morning. Like, okay, bye. Right. But he lied. He goofed because he lied.
What I kind of like about this is we see, like, he's not a smooth talker. A lot of movies today would have this character be like a smooth talker with the police or the PI. But he is not that, because we see him earlier, one mention of putting his mother away and he snaps. He's awkward. So right now, he's trying to play it cool, but he's an awkward dude.
Yeah.
The PI sees the silhouette of Norman's mother. Norman once again totally blows it, but the PI's like, all right, I can't force my way in. And he's like, I guess I gotta go.
I like that. All like from here on out, it's all about the $40,000. When in reality, it's not about that at all.
No.
Like Norman threw that out with the body. He didn't even know it was there. He was just like, I killed her, or his mom killed her. But like everybody's still like, the 40. It's all you. You took the 40,000, didn't you? And he's like, listen, man, I'm just a cold-blooded killer.
Well, we see her earlier. She hides the money in the newspaper, and then when Norman takes the newspaper, he has no idea there's money in there. He just tosses it into the back of the trunk because he's getting rid of everything she brought.
Yeah.
I'm also only calling him the PI because I could not pronounce his name.
Yeah, it was something weird. It was
They said it-
Stanglydorf.
Yeah, I have Obelisk.
Arbogast.
Yeah, no, he's the PI.
Yeah. Pi.
3.142569324.
Is that real?
The first three numbers.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm impressed. I only know the first three.
Yeah, no, me too. But I've learned if you just say things with confidence, people will often believe you.
I believed that.
Exactly. The PI calls Marion's sister, and he's like, I'll be back in an hour. And that's when I was like, wait, she only drove an hour?
Yeah, I wonder if that's a continuity error.
Because it really felt like she was driving a long time for her to be like, I'm so sleepy, I need to pull over to the side of the road.
Well, what was the max speed of cars in 1960?
Definitely could go at least 65.
Damn, 150. All right. No, yeah.
Like, they had race cars back then. Like, cars were not a new thing in 1960. They weren't like we have them now. But I thought she drove for like 16 hours the way she needed to sleep on the side of the road. So when the PI's like, I'll be back in an hour, I was like, wait. I was like, honey, you really needed to get farther away than that.
Yeah.
You let the cop watch you buy a new car, and then you still only drove an hour? The PI returns to the motel. He goes up to the house, and he gets stabbed by the mother. This shot is awesome. Him getting to the top of the stairs, getting stabbed, and then we just kind of watch his face as he falls down the stairs. Awesome.
Yeah, and he hits the floor, and she just follows up with a ground pound. Sa.
Macho Man Randy Savage elbow from the top. She gets up. Ooh, yeah. Sam and Lila are waiting. Sam decides to go to the motel to find them, and Norman stands by the lake and hears Sam calling for the PI, but the PI is now in the lake.
Yeah, that's the dumping ground, brother.
Yeah. We then get a very movie or television, or maybe just old-timey thing of people just going to the sheriff's house late at night.
Yeah, that is a very old-timey thing.
Did that actually happen? I'd imagine in the 1800s, yeah, if someone's going to the sheriff's house. But in 1960, you're still just going to the person's house and being like, hey, sheriff, we need some help.
Yeah. Like, now, I think nowadays, like, yeah, just go to the police station.
Right. Here, let me give you a phone number. 9 1
Okay.
1.
Oh, slow down. 9.
They convince the sheriff to call the motel and talk to Norman. The sheriff tells Lila and Sam the truth about Norman's mother, and the whole time his wife's like, yeah, no, I spent all that time with Norman. Lady, were there no red flags?
Yeah. We get the classic, like, wow, his mom's been dead for over 10 years.
Yes, because this is where we actually get the fake story of she killed herself and her lover. Earlier on, we just hear that the lover died, but we don't hear how. Now we're hearing that it was the mother poisoning the lover and herself, because Sam tells the sheriff he also saw Mrs. Bates. The PI didn't make it up. He saw this woman in the window, and the sheriff's like, oh dear. I don't know why he's talking like that now.
Golly.
Al Gore. And Al Gore as the sheriff. My Al Gore impersonation is always just a Forrest Gump, so.
It's close enough, honestly.
Very close, very close. Norman gets yelled at by his mother. He wants to hide her while people come looking for her, and he literally carries her down the stairs.
Yikes.
The sheriff tells Lila and Sam he didn't see Mrs. Bates, and his wife's like, why don't you come on over for dinner and we'll file an actual report? Because the sheriff's like, just go to the police, please.
Stop bothering me in my personal life.
Right? I'm working off the clock now. Sam and Lila go to the motel and check in. Sam makes sure he gets a receipt because Norman's like, you don't need a receipt. He's like, no, I want one. I want one. Give me.
Yeah, and Norman is much less cordial here. I think he's like fully snapped at this point, and he's mostly mother. So he's like very rude and short with everybody.
I also think he knows people are on to, because he's mother now, or he's becoming mother. So there's that part of him that knows that it's him doing this, or her, but you know what I mean. And they haven't gotten all these guests in a while because they diverted the highway, and now all of a sudden all these people are coming up here. He knows something's up.
Yeah.
Sam and Lila investigate room 1. This was the room that Marion was in. Sam is suspicious because there's no shower curtain, and Lila finds a piece of paper that Marion tried to flush. Sam distracts Norman while Lila goes up to the house. Sam really pushes Norman about the $40,000, and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because he's not aware of this $40,000.
Which really is an incredible way to put some doubt, at least, into the minds of Sam and Lila, to be like, oh, maybe he doesn't know, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's the thing, it's like there's this, like, yeah, there's the 40 grand, but there's also this strange, like, other thing happening here, which is actually bigger than all of that. There's this guy who thinks he's his mother, and he's killing people, so it's like, it's cool, I like it.
It's layered, because the more you go into the story, it's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, if I was one of these people, right? If I were Sam and Lila, and I'm investigating this dude, or trying to find out what happened to this woman, and I'm thinking she may have just been killed or kidnapped for money, and then I'm finding out that this guy has his dead mother mummified in his room, I'm gonna vomit.
Yeah. If I were Sam and Lila, I'd be 2 people.
I am 2 people.
Just like Norman Bates.
I'm Robin Robbie. Robin Robbie. He rocks in the treetops all day longs. Robin and a bobbin and... Idiot. Stupid nonsense. Norman knocks out Sam after a brief struggle and runs to the house. Lila finds the mother in the cellar as she turns her around and sees a skeleton. She goes, hello! I see you have met my son!
I don't think she said anything, Robbie.
Yeah, she's Skeletor.
I think it's cool that it holds the shot on the scaly bones for quite a while.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's like, oh, damn, that's spooky. And you're just leaving it there.
1960, those theaters, full of shitted pants.
Oh, dude, Brown was in.
I'd say Brown was coming out.
Hey.
Norman takes the time to dress up like his mom and then go to stab Lila.
Yeah, he does.
I gotta put my stabbing outfit on!
I have to be mother.
But that's weird because mentally he's already there, so why does he have to wear the clothes? Or why isn't he already wearing the clothes?
I don't know. He's bananas.
That's a good point.
Yeah. All he needs is a pair of pajamas
Very good.
and a staircase.
Hey, he's got the staircase. He carried his mother down it.
Yeah, and he killed a guy on it.
Very good. Sam stops Norman. Next, we cut to a jail cell and a psychiatrist is talking, and Norman is now his mother. He told the psych everything. Scratch that. The mother told the psych everything.
Yeah. I think that if this movie were made now, you take this scene out.
I would take all this out. Don't explain this.
Yeah, they're like this. So this is what's going on, and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like you doing this. Actually,
We also find out here that he's previously killed 2 other girls, and apparently he turns into mother and kills any woman that Norman finds attractive.
right? That's because he was saying she aroused him, so mother took over and killed her. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
okay. Like most of this, you could just kind of gather from his interactions with mother, air quotes, because she was calling her a floozy and all this. You know, like, I don't know. I understand it's 1960 and sometimes you got to tell, don't show. You know, but I don't know. Kind of took me out of it.
I would cut all the psychiatrists talking and just have the cop bring Norman the blanket and hear the voiceover by mother.
That was good. That's a great ending.
Yeah, that is the perfect ending. I think that kind of gets across what the psychiatrist was saying without pummeling you over the head with it.
Yeah. Yeah, the monologue is excellent, and the skull over his devious smile, like, so subtle, but so effective. Great stuff.
Yeah, that rocked. And then they pull the cars out of the lake, and the movie ends.
Yeah. I don't know about you, Robbie, but I think we should go to Letterboxd.
I think that's an okay idea, but you know what's an even better idea?
What's that?
We go to Letterboxd.
I agree. You know, my idea was bad. Your idea is better.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Robbie, I'm thinking 5 stars.
Yeah, I was too. I think this movie rocks. I think this is 2 weeks in a row we've given movies 5 stars, and even before that we gave a movie 4.5. We've been doing some real good movies lately.
Ooh. Yeah, and you know what is funny is we're recording this on the weekend of Mother's Day, which I think is pretty funny.
I think that is pretty fitting too.
Yeah. I think the only thing I would change is that the psychiatrist guy being like, and here's what the movie is. It's like, all right, man.
Right, let me spell out everything that's going on for you.
Yeah. Other than that, no notes.
No, this is an excellent movie. Tense, great performances, 10 out of 10, or really 5 out of 5, because that's the star rating on Letterboxd.
That is the metric, yes.
A metric ton of ratings.
Robbie, I did not write a song, but
Andy,
I wish I did.
I did write a song.
Robbie, could you play that song for us?
I will. My song is called Mother Is Here, and you may see behind me is the album Tommy by The What. I started off with the song by taking a very heavy inspiration from the Who's rendition of Eyesight to the Blind, and I only started realizing I was doing that after I started recording it. I think you'll see the inspiration. I don't think it's a direct ripoff, but there's definitely inspired by it. Well, it's not I'm not very creative. The song is called Mother Is Here. I don't know. Let me listen to it. When I listen back to it, I might think of something more to say. But musically inspired by Eyesight to the Blind, and it goes like this.
She hasn't been the same since her lover died, but she'll always be here by my side. Mother is here, mother is here, mother is here. I'll never be alone. She is my friend, the only one a boy needs. She'll be here till the end. take care of her. She's gone a little mad. We've all been there before. Mother's here, mother is here, mother is here. She hasn't been the same since her lover died. She takes care of me, her little boy from inside. Mother is here, mother is here, mother is here.
That was my song called Mother Is Here.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, just how, like, mommy's here, and she's gonna be taking care of little Normie for his whole life. She'll always be here.
Yeah, you had a little bit of like a creepy thing going.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do. You know, that's why it's an A minor.
Mission accomplished.
But yeah, Mother is here, about the movie Psycho, and Mother's here. She's inside all of us.
She's inside me.
Yeah, she's inside me, she's inside you. She's inside Winnie the Pooh. She's inside Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
And this
She's
is
inside Cindy Lou Yoo-Hoo.
this is Norman Bates' mom is in all of us.
Yep, yeah.
You
don't feel her?
colonoscopy.
You're being pegged by Norman Bates' mom.
Oh.
I think she's Vera Farmiga in Bates Motel, the show, so I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. I mean, we could do worse. We could do worse. Yeah.
I'm in! No hesitation.
Well, Robbie, what do we got going on next week?
Andy, we're doing a movie about me!
Masters of the Universe?
Yeah, He-Man.
A He-Man. We're in preparation for the new He-Man, which... Yeah, do you have any interest at all in this new He-Man?
No, I've never had interest in He-Man.
Me neither. I don't get it. It's just like they're selling toys, right? That's just...
Yeah, it's nostalgia bait for a bunch of Generation Xers.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
But you know what? I hope we have a good time with this Masters of the Universe.
It's Dolph Lundgren, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler, isn't it? Todd
No.
Rundgren, isn't it?
Nope. You were right the first time.
Dolph Rundgren.
Yep.
Dolph Zrungler.
Dolphin.
Oh no! It's Echo the Dolph Ziggler. Andy, what are we doing here?
Robbie, I don't know, but let me tell you where you could find the music.
Great idea.
You go to
Good idea. Best idea.
Spotify. I agree. Go to Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, wherever you get your music, and you search The Royds, and you'll find a bunch of collections of podcast songs and some studio recordings. Now, if you want everything, and I mean everything, you go to TheRoyds.bandcamp.com, and you will find all of the podcast songs, all of the guest songs, all the bonus songs. It's all there. It's all also on the YouTube. Robbie, take us there.
YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit. Type in TheRoydsBand, and you'll see me and Andy. You'll see both of us.
Yeah.
I just wanted to do that again. It actually hurts my elbow when I do that. I have a really bad elbow from when I used to pitch, and doing that and doing the dynamic resistance actually like makes my elbow pop every time.
Yeah, Robbie used to pitch and now he catches, if you understand what I'm saying.
Hey! Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, YouTube, all the good stuff, The Royds Band. Send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. Click the link down below to request a movie, or just get in touch with us. We love to hear from you. We love doing your requests, because you guys are the best. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I appreciate
Robbie
you
said.
more.
I'll let him have that. I don't need it, but no.
I do need it.
No. Just no. Robbie, cover your ears. I appreciate you more.
I covered my ears, but I have my earbuds that are on my ears, so I still, that was, but I'll be honest, that was more my fault than yours.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I wasn't listening. Unless I'm speaking, I'm zoned out.
Right. Well, next week, Masters of the Universe. And I do believe we'll see his lady.
Goodbye, everyone. So long, everyone. I don't know what I'm doing. Bye, everybody.